Hello students, welcome. This is Dr. Mercado speaking, and this is Accounting 1329, Payroll and Business Tax Accounting, and we are going to continue covering the content from Chapter 2, which deals with computing wages and salaries. So we're going to be practicing different calculations. Last time we talked about tips. In this particular problem, we're going to be talking about the overtime premium approach. Okay, so I'm trying to select problems that are different. That way you get little examples of each of these scenarios and you can apply them towards your homework. Okay, so problem 2.8 deals with the overtime premium pay. So it states, Joseph Cavato is paid $12.96 per hour. During the past week, he worked 46 hours and is a covered employee who must be paid for overtime. We have to calculate his gross pay using the overtime premium approach. Okay, so they're asking us to calculate the regular pay, the overtime premium pay, and the gross pay. Now, what is the overtime premium? Okay, I pulled this straight from the book. It's the definition. So the overtime premium approach is basically just a method of calculating overtime by multiplying the total hours worked, including overtime hours, by the regular rate of pay, and then multiplying the overtime hours by half the regular hourly rate. So it's just a different way of calculating regular pay as well as overtime. Okay, so to calculate our regular pay, we have to get the total number of hours worked. In this particular case, the employee worked 46 hours. So we're going to get the total. The key here is the total number of hours worked, 46 hours, and the employee gets paid $12.96. Okay, so let's get that calculation going. 46 hours times $12.96. That will be $596.16. Okay, $596.16. Okay. Now, for the overtime premium pay, it says that we are going to multiply the overtime hours by half the regular hourly rate. So what is my regular hourly rate? My regular hourly rate is $12.96. I'm going to multiply that by 0.5, half. So that means that my overtime rate is going to be $6.48. So what did I do again? You're going to get your hourly rate of $12.96. You're going to multiply by half because we're paying half the rate, and that's going to be $6.48. Okay, so how many hours of overtime do we have? We have 6 hours of overtime, and I'm going to multiply that by the overtime rate that we calculated of $6.48. Okay, and remember that $6.48 is calculated by getting the $12.96 times 0.5, and that gives me $6.48. That is how we got the $6.48. Okay, so now we've got 6 hours times $6.48. That's going to give me $38.88 of overtime. Okay, and now we can calculate the gross pay. The gross pay is basically going to be the regular pay of $596.16 plus the $38.88, and that's going to give me gross pay of $635.04. Okay, remember, when calculating your regular pay using the overtime premium approach, you have to calculate all of the hours worked. Okay, even if it's more than 40, all of them. Okay, and then once we calculate the overtime, it's half of the hourly rate. Okay, so this is basically a very brief problem, very short example of how to use the overtime premium approach. Be very careful when you're solving these problems because some problems will be the regular overtime rate. The other ones will specify to use the overtime premium approach, which is half. Using the overtime premium approach, the overtime rate is half of the regular rate. If we use the regular overtime calculations, it's 1.5 times the amount of the regular pay. Okay, so just be very careful when you're working out your problems that you read which calculation are we going to be applying. Okay, and that is basically it for problem 2.8. Okay, make sure that you organize your time to make sure that you complete all of your assignments by the established deadline. Okay, most of your weekly assignments are due by Sunday at 11 p.m. Okay, make sure that you work during the week on your problems. That way you are not struggling at the very last minute to try to finish them and then you run out of time. Okay, so that is it. Until next time, have a wonderful day.